Please to understand.
Well, we thank Winnipeg fans and CBWG for joining in on at least part of the celebration. And we thank Winnipeg Jets for giving the Edmonton Oilers quite a series in the first round. That one was a lot of fun, too.
That was a lot of fun, that series, John. And that was the start of the tough series that Edmonton needed to build them up for that Stanley Cup victory against the Islanders.
A lot closer, Bill, than a 3-0 series standing when it concluded would indicate. All right, there's Dave Lumley and Dr. Randy Gray. These guys have been busy the last couple of days. There's no question about it. We talked about the Stanley Cup and the places it's been in the city of Edmonton. It has certainly made a grand tour for its first real time in town.
John, we're being overrun by excited fans here who are just mobbing the players as they come in.
All right, here's Peter Watson.
All right, thank you, John. I've got Paul Coffey with me and about 100,000 fans. Nice day for a party.
Fantastic. I think that, the turnout today and the fans in Edmonton are just fantastic. We really appreciate it.
So much for the quiet area in Edmonton.
I think that was a bad series. I think that the fans showed in the world, and we really appreciate it.
You're working the sunshine for about 3 days.
Probably a little bit of both.
Enjoy the party, Paul. Congratulations. Paul Coffey. John?
Good work, Peter. And what a series he had. Now, Dave Semenko.
I wonder if he's had some sleep, John. I don't think he slept for the last 3 games.
You know, I think there's one Oiler who is more popular than all, and I don't think we really have to mention his name. But to the fans, there, Dave Semenko, the second most popular Edmonton Oiler. When he gets into a crowd, when he sees anybody, he is well loved, well respected, and well liked. And the fans simply enjoy Dave Semenko's style. And he has a little bit of a different style, doesn't he? I think that might have been a can of, well, bubbly there anyway.
Trust him to have a can of bubbly. We're being surrounded by singing fans, and we've got signs from towns all over northern Alberta swinging around in the crowd now, flashing. John, people from all over the province just love these Oilers, and they're all here to help celebrate today.
Here comes Glenn Anderson, making his way through the crowd, which has closed in considerably since we signed on the air with our telecast for Newsday. We used to have a pretty clear view of the sidewalk in front of City Hall here. We cannot see a thing now. We are completely surrounded by fans, but I think they're enjoying watching some of our pictures over our shoulders here. Here comes Grant Fuhr. Got to say a word about Grant Fuhr. Outstanding in the playoffs. There's no question about that. Without Grant Fuhr, the Edmonton Oilers might not have been in a position to really challenge the New York Islanders for the Stanley Cup. We missed him in the dressing room the other night. The people in Spruce Grove said, "Where was Grant Fuhr?" We just missed him, folks. We really couldn't find him back there. There was a big crowd in the dressing room as well. But we do acknowledge his accomplishment. Along with that of Andy Moog, who won the last 2 games, never lost a game in his 4 games in the Stanley Cup playoffs. So Andy Moog won the last 2, the big 2, but a goaltending duo, likely second right now to none in the National Hockey League for the way they performed in the Stanley Cup Finals. Both winners all the way. And hello, Spruce Grove. We remember Grant Fuhr, yes we do. The Conn Smythe Trophy, Billy. That was won by Mark Messier the other evening as the most valuable player in the playoffs. And, you know, you really don't know what that means to a hockey player. The Conn Smythe Trophy. That means the best player in the playoffs, night in, night out, and the Oilers played 19 playoff games.
The tears when he was presented that trophy on the ice, I think, told him the whole story, the emotion that came out of that young man.
All right, who's next? That's Don Jackson and goaltender Mike Senior. Now, Mike Senior was not on the Oilers' regular roster during the season. He was the phantom goaltender for game number 4. He was dressed in the backup to Andy Moog, but nobody knew it. Grant Fuhr was on the bench. Mike Senior was in the Oilers dressing room and ready to play if called upon. The next time, that's Saturday night, he also backed up Andy Moog. He never really got on the ice, but he backed up in a Stanley Cup final for 2 games.
Well, I know Grant was disappointed in the extreme not to play those final 2 games, but the crowd today, John, is really letting him know that they love him and appreciate what he did out there on the ice before he was injured.
Well, Bill, I can't really see anything in that mass of humanity out there that resembles an Edmonton Oiler in any kind of a close-up. We've got 3 or 4 cameras. There's Dave Hunter. I can see him now. And Kenny Lynchman, they've arrived. We should mention that our cameras are taking pictures of the motorcade a little ways up 99th Street. That's the first view we have of the Edmonton Oilers in the Stanley Cup parade. And then other cameras are picking up the Oilers as they walk in front of the City Hall steps and head up onto the stage. Here's Peter Watts once more.
A goal in Game 4 and a chance to play for the Lobsters. This is really quite a party for a guy from Calgary.
It sure is. When I first came here, I didn't think I'd be on this team, but here we are now at the end of it. I can't believe it. All the people and the goings on, it's just unbelievable.
Have you picked out a spot on the cup yet to put your name?
Not yet, I'll just be happy. I don't care where they put it.
All right, Pat. Enjoy the party. Thank you for your time. Pat Connick, big up to game 4, up from Moncton, a chance to be a star, and he took the most advantage of it. John?
Okay, Peter, just walking in front of you is Kevin McClellan. He's one of the very few Oilers added to the roster this year, one of the very few real changes as far as the regular roster was going. A lot of people said that he made a heck of a difference, and I really have to agree. The Edmonton Oilers pretty well in place from their team last year that lost 4 straight to the New York Islanders, and you can see that the people of Edmonton appreciate what they've done to the New York Islanders, and I suppose some would say in particular Billy Smith through the last 5 games of this hockey season. The Edmonton Oilers victory parade continues, and we are at City Hall Live. That's Mark Messier. There's Dave Lumley with a shirt that says, "The run for one," and they've got it crossed out on the back is already over. The cheers continue for the Edmonton Oilers. I'm sure you can hear them in the background.
John, I don't know if they'll ever get the official ceremony off. I don't think the crowd will let them get to it.
Here's Peter with Dave Semenko.
Hey, John. Some party, David.
Trying to kick in now. I knew this would be the test. It hasn't sunk in all the last couple of days, but finally it has now.
If this reason to party, you guys gave it to. What a great hockey series that was for the Islanders.
It was good. And this is what it's all about right here.
Long way for a guy from Brandon to be. John Wells, and you talked about that on Saturday night, but it must feel good for you coming as far as you have in your own game to be able to say you can play on a Stanley Cup champion.
That's right. Like, you know, it's one thing to make it to the NHL. Everybody dreams of that, but to play regular and contribute to the best team in the world, it's unreal.
All right, we'll let you go. Thanks, David. Good to see you.
Peter, I guess that's what it really is right now, the best team in the world. And there is its captain, Wayne Gretzky, hoisting proudly the Stanley Cup. And it's back in Canada, and that's pretty exciting about this, too. It's been on Long Island far too long. The Stanley Cup back in Canada for the first time since the Montreal Canadiens had it. I think it's pretty exciting.
I think it's exciting. I think he's Captain Canada today, not only captain of the Oilers. Wayne Gretzky with the cup.
Well, Gretzky is back a little ways in the motorcade, so we will get back for sure to join Wayne Gretzky when he brings the Stanley Cup home to the steps of City Hall in Edmonton. Our Newsday special of the Oilers Stanley Cup Parade continues after this.